Today is June 16th, 2026. I'm going over today's price action. Ended up taking one break-even trade. Uh, and the trade was kind of eh. This is just an trade. It was a B. It was just a B at best. Um, it could have went. It could have been better, but I just took a eh. It was like an eh. Like it's okay. It's not the best, like A plus, most A plus trade, but it was like a it's an A play. It was an A play. Um, yeah, and then it ended up getting break even, which also saved me from a loss. Again, really good. I'm getting saved my break evens. What do you want with your break evens? You want your break evens save you from losses, not wins. You want to win, not get break even, and get you know go like trade to go to your your TP. So ended up getting break even, which saved me from a loss. So going over today, my bias was kind of neutral. Neutral. We are basically, super overextended at this point. But we're at all time highs. We're basically running to all time highs at this point. So we're just like freaking just pumping. Um, my bias was like short term bearish though. I'm not. Yeah, my bias was short term bearish, like slash neutral. But we have relative equal lows, and also a 30-minute for rally gap right here. So all I wanted was either 930 to do what, manipulate higher and then get a short, or yeah, that's all I wanted because I couldn't really take a long off this because um, I saw it as a weak level. There's just like no fair value up here. There's no like liquidity. I mean, yes, there's liquidity, but there's no like 1 hour or 4 hour here. We inverse this 4 hour, we inverse this 1 hour. So I saw it as a weak key level, because there's just like no like fair value up here to send us higher, right? It's just liquidity. So I wanted this 4 hour fair value gap to get hit so we can take a long. But yeah, my ideal scenario was for 930 to what? Manipulate higher into this 30-minute gap and get a short lower to these relative equal lows. That's what I really wanted. I could not. I kept debating on taking a long off this 30-second, but I just could not do it due to like just not having a fair value gap there. I really wanted a fair value gap, um, and you're just not, you know. So I expected this to fail. Like if we tap this, I felt like we would have just went to this 4 hour at this point, right? Um, so yeah, what ends up happening at market open? What do we do? Immediately, market 930 opens. Does what? Immediately comes lower, um, and does what? Tap and take out my DOL right here. Takes out my DOL. At this point, I'm like, bruh. And then I saw this 30-second right here. Ended up fading this 30-second just as I said, weak key level. I feel like the key level wasn't really there. Also, again, if you look at ES at this point in time, what are we doing? Immediately just ripping up. We're ripping up. And we were just super uncorrelated. So it's a super weird day where ES was ripping up and NQ was going lower. So just we were uncorrelated, which made me more hesitant to take a trade. We SMT this, we also SMT that. So we had double SMTs on both sides of the market, right? We were at both have SMTs. ES also took all your DOLs. So for me, it just like look for me it was just a fade, to be honest. I saw some people take this because they said they felt like the DOL was super clear. At this point, yes, DOL is super clear. What do we have? A bunch of low resistance. I'll say the DOL is super A plus here. We have a bunch of low resistance leading up to this 30-minute gap, but ES just I don't know. ES just made me you know lose my conviction here. Um, to take this. If you took this and you were super convicted in this 30-minute gap, I feel like that's good. If you took this and you just saw the 30-second and immediately like entered, I feel like you should have looked at ES. Um, if you looked at ES and was like, I don't really care about ES, or I mean, I feel like the deal is obvious, then good for you. For me, I looked at ES. I said, I don't know. I didn't really like it. And also, FOMC is tomorrow, so I was being super picky today with my trades. Um, I was trying to be more picky today with my trades. So this 30-second ends up playing out right here. Um, we come up to this 5 minute right here. I don't know. Some people went break even. I probably would have went break even here to be honest, because we're in a 5 minute. We should easily ran through this, and also ES again. We're chopping, and we're also super like we're ripping up. So yeah, I would have definitely went probably break even. I would have definitely went break even at this 5 minute, and would have probably got stopped out at break even. Right there. Uh, but yeah. So what ended up happening is we just literally just rip up to this 30 minute gap. So at this point, right here. We rip up, and then I was looking for shorts to be honest. Right here, around here, as soon as we tap this 30 minute gap, because what we have at least like 10-15 minutes till this 10 a.m. opens up. Um, so I was looking for shorts. What do we do? We literally just chop for a bit, like we chop till 10 a.m. And then 10 a.m. opens right here. 10 a.m. opens right here. The reason there is a 1 minute short right here. The reason why I ended up fading this also is what do we have in 4 minutes? What's opening at your stop loss? And I always preach this. Look, if something is opening at your stop loss, like a huge high time frame for a value gap, make sure you look at the high time frame, because what we could easily remanipulate and tap this 1 hour, making this more A plus. I would rather wait for this 1 hour to get hit rather than take this for this short right here, knowing there's a 1 hour at my stop loss. You know, it could have been more discretionary. I know ICT teaches more like about breakaway gaps. I really don't. I just don't like breakaway gaps. Like, how you know? How do you actually know when a breakaway gap is forming? Uh, I know you can make the argument, oh, we already tapped this 30 minute, we already tapped this 15 minute, we're showing reaction off it, right? But just would you rather wait for this 1 hour to get tapped, or take a trade while there's open liquidity at your stop loss? For me, it's pretty simple. I'd rather just wait for this 1 hour to get tapped. If it doesn't get tapped, I'm not taking a trade. I mean, that's super. I mean, it's just clean. I mean, not clean. What was I gonna say? It's just, for me, it's just like, you know, obvious. Like, I'd rather just wait, right? And that's what I did. I ended up fading this 1 minute, uh, and yeah, ends up playing out. Yeah, we chopped for a long time, but ends up playing out to this sell side right here. And yeah, right at this point, I'm like, bruh, you know, I really wanted that 1 hour to get tapped, remanipulate low higher, but we didn't do that. Some people took this. If you were super like, if you were discretion, you had really good not discretion, but like if you had like, you were super convicted in this sell side. I mean, I can't even lie to you. We had a bunch of low resistance leading up to this. Um, so like the DOL is clear here, but like, dude, like I feel like your stop loss is just not protected, right? So yeah, this ends up playing out, and then we tap this 4 hour gap right here. Boom. At this point, I'm just looking for a long, because what both assets now are in a 4 hour for value gap, in a high time frame for value gap. I want to see, we have literally displaced like what? Let me see. We have displaced over 300 points. So I'm here. I'm like, okay, look, we haven't tapped equilibrium or went to the discount at not even once. So I'm just looking for a possible long here, so we can target this 5 minute gap right here. Was my scenario after we tap this 4 hour for value gap, right? So I'm just looking for a 1 minute. I was looking for a 1 minute. Both assets are true manipulation. Both have assets have true manipulation. I'm just waiting. And then we just start chopping. I'm not gonna lie, I really did not like this. 10:30 open up and we just start chopping around. But we had a 4 minute fair value gap right here. So I was like, okay, look, if we disrespect this 4 minute, I could see us having a long here to what this 5 minute gap right here. Um, so what? So we inversed this 4 minute right here. I ended up taking a position long right here. Um, this trade is it's like okay rated, right? What do we have? Like, if you look at the high time frame, yes, we're super super overextended. Yes, we're showing super good reaction off this 4 hour, but if you just the only thing that's really just off about this trade is just the low resistance build up at your stop loss. We have a like we're chopping around for a bit. Like I don't like to see that in price or while we're chopping around. And you're really only targeting one swing high. You only have one swing high and this 5 minute right here. So like the DOL is not A plus, right? It's not A plus enough for me for to take this 4 minute. I ended up taking it because I feel like I just really liked how we were showing like super strong reaction off this 4 hour gap as a key level. Also like it's not really a stop hunt. We really did not have a clean stop hunt here. I was trying to like justify this as a stop hunt, but it's not really the cleanest stop hunt. The cleanest stop hunt is something like let me see if I find one like something like this, right? We get a really clear like swing low right here, right? We have a clear swing low, and then what we stop it out, and we sweep it, and then immediately get like a long here, right? A long reaction. Like you see a good reaction off this, right? Right here, the stop hunt is not really there, right? It's just like a small little wick, right? You know, you see this, like look at it. You can clearly see the leg, right? For here, like the stop hunt is like not really that clear, right? So that's why I rated this like a B plus B setup, because the higher time frame is like super like overextended. What we have a clear like DOL as the 5 minute, but there's just like no. If look, the only thing that would make this trade if to a A plus or like a A traded A plus like a A rated trade, if we had what a bunch of low resistance leading up to this 5 minute gap, and we had like good displacement, right? This is not good displacement. You don't like to see price stalling and wicking. You don't like wicking candles, right? We want to see good displacing candles um, for this 4 minute gap. So I still ended up taking it because of the high time frame. I feel like we were duper, like we were like super, we were extended, like super extended, and I wanted to see some type of retrace. So ended up taking here. I actually went break even around here. Why did I go break even? Was because a uh, 9, 9, no, 9, 10:45 opening. 10:45 was about to open. I really did not like this like structure at my stop loss, so I ended up going break even right here. Also with this 10:45 open, a 15-minute gap. So a 15-minute gap right here. So we should easily just tap this. We're probably gonna tap it and then probably go to my stop loss. So I just went break even at 10:45 right here. So that's 10:45 open. I went break even, and it immediately got stopped out at break even. Uh, so yeah, I went at 10:45 break even, stopped me out break even, and immediately runs to stop loss, right? Um, so yeah, this break even saved me from a loss right here. But look at the difference between this trade and not say because I don't think there was a trade here, but look at the difference between structure. This structure is really not that good. We don't really have a clean stop hunt. We don't really have good displacement, right? If you look at this structure, we have a bunch of swing highs leading up to a 15-minute gap, right? One, two, three, bunch of swing highs. What do we have here? We only have really one swing high leading up to this 5 minute. So that's the only reason why I'll rate this trade like a B. If we had like a bunch of swing highs, this would have been an A plus like mech here. But yeah, I don't think this ends up playing. Does it? Ooh, stop loss is crazy. Um, but yeah, and then now it's 11 p.m. It's lunch hour, so at this point you should just get off, right? It's already late session. You know, you're trading into lunch hour. You should just get off. So yeah, I ended up taking one trade, getting break even. Good break even because what 9:10:45 opens. LR built at your stop loss. You know, 10:45 has the uh, opportunity to just stop you out, and that's what exactly what happened, right? So this trade, give it a B. You know, just an ant trade. Target is there with the 5 minute gap. Um, but what are the pros? What do we have? True manipulation. We have a clear like 4 hour. I mean 4 minute like inversion with decent displacement with the 4 minute, right? We have like clear like 4 hour gap we're reacting to, and then we're just super overextended. It's just like DOL. DOL is just not really that good, right? So that's really it. I did follow my rules. I did like the trade. I did like how I managed this trade, and I saw like, okay, as soon as I entered, I was like, like, you know what I mean? I just went and I went break even. I got break even. So, and it saved me from a loss. So yeah, I feel like it was good. Yeah. So another break even day. Yesterday was a break even day. Today's a break even day. Yeah. And tomorrow, I don't know if I'm gonna trade FOMC. I'm gonna see because there's a new Fed talking. So I don't know how that should. If we were super volatile, I'll probably just leave and not trade it. And yeah, I'm not trading edge session today also because FOMC tomorrow. I don't know if the Fed's gonna cut rates or whatever. Probably not. I don't know. But yeah, that's really it for today. Another trade day. I mean, a break even day once again on the Express account. So bye.